Have you ever heard whispers of a place so cursed that even locals refuse to go near it? Legends that have been passed down for generations, not as bedtime stories, but as chilling warnings. Across Asia, there are tales that blur the line between myth and reality, stories so deeply ingrained in the culture that they shape the very landscape. Today, we're venturing into the shadows to uncover the horror stories from Asia that locals know all too well and actively avoid. Our first stop is in Japan, home to the infamous Aokigahara forest, also known as the Sea of Trees. Nestled at the base of Mount Fuji, this dense, dark forest has a reputation that stretches far beyond its natural beauty. For centuries, it has been associated with yūrei, the vengeful ghosts of Japanese folklore. The forest's unnerving silence, caused by the dense trees that block the wind, is said to be broken only by the whispers of those who have lost their way. Locals believe the trees themselves have a malevolent energy, twisting and turning in a way that confuses compasses and disorients travelers, trapping them within its leafy grasp. They will tell you, with a grave look in their eyes, that once you step off the path, the forest doesn't want you to leave. It's a place where the air feels heavy with sorrow, and every shadow seems to hold a story best left untold. Next, we travel to Thailand, to a story that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it, the legend of Mae Nak Phra. Kanong. This isn't just a ghost story. It's a tale of undying love and terrifying devotion. In the 19th century, a beautiful young woman named Nak was deeply in love with her husband, Nak. When Nak was called away to war, Nak, who was pregnant, tragically died during childbirth along with her baby. Her love for her husband was so strong that her spirit refused to move on. When Nak returned, he found his wife and child waiting for him, completely unaware that they were ghosts. The villagers tried to warn him, but Nak's spirit, in a fit of rage and desperation, terrorized anyone who dared to reveal the truth. Her ghost was said to be incredibly powerful, capable of stretching her arms to incredible lengths to protect her secret and keep her husband by her side. Even today, a shrine dedicated to Mae Nak stands in Bangkok, where people leave offerings not out of fear, but out of respect for her powerful love, a love that transcended even death itself. Let's journey to the Philippines, where the tale of the Manananggal haunts the rural nights. Imagine a creature that appears to be a beautiful woman by day, but at night, a horrifying transformation occurs. The Manananggal sprouts bat-like wings, and its upper torso detaches from its lower half, leaving its legs behind as it takes to the sky in search of prey. With its long, thread-like tongue, it is said to feast on the hearts of sleeping fetuses from the wombs of pregnant women. The sound of its wings flapping in the dark is a sign of impending doom. The only way to defeat this creature is to find its abandoned lower half and sprinkle it with salt, or crushed garlic, preventing the two halves from rejoining before sunrise. When the sun comes up, the severed creature is destroyed. This story is so deeply rooted in Filipino folklore that in some remote provinces, people still place pots of salt and garlic by their windows as a form of protection against the horrors of the night. Our journey now takes us to Indonesia, to the chilling legend of the colonial, often described as a beautiful woman with long black hair and a white dress. The Kuntilanak is the ghost of a woman who died during childbirth. Her presence is announced by the sweet scent of frangipani flowers, followed by a foul odor as she gets closer. But what makes her truly terrifying is the sound of her cry. It's said that if you hear a baby crying in the dead of night, it might be a Kuntilanak. If the cry is faint, she is near. If it is loud, she is far away. She preys on men and is known to lure them into the forest before revealing her true, horrifying form, a creature with a hole in her back. The legend serves as a cautionary tale, a warning against wandering alone at night, and a somber reminder of the pain and suffering associated with childbirth in ancient times. Locals treat this legend with utmost seriousness, and many will refuse to speak her name after dark for fear of summoning her. We now turn to Malaysia and the story of the Penanggalan, a creature that shares some similarities with the Manananggal, but is uniquely terrifying in its own right. By day, She is an ordinary mortal woman, but through the use of black magic, she has gained the power to detach her head from her body at night. Her head, with all its internal organs dangling beneath it like entrails, flies through the night sky in search of blood, particularly from women who have just given birth. The Penanggalan is said to drip a venomous fluid from her dangling organs, and houses with a newborn are considered prime targets. To protect themselves, locals would plant thorny plants around their homes, hoping to snag and trap the creature's trailing organs. It's a gruesome tale that reflects ancient anxieties about childbirth, witchcraft, and the unseen dangers that lurk in the darkness. The story has been passed down for so long that it has become a staple of Malaysian horror, a grotesque image that has haunted generations. Finally, we head to South Korea, a country known for its modern, bustling cities. But even here, old ghosts linger. One of the most feared is the Gwishin, or the virgin ghost. These are the spirits of young women who died before they could marry. In traditional Korean culture, it was believed a woman's purpose was to serve her father, her husband, and then her son. A woman who died and married had failed to fulfill her life's purpose, and her spirit would be left to wander the earth, filled with bitterness and resentment, often depicted with long, unkempt black hair covering their face and dressed in a white funeral gown. These ghosts are known to haunt abandoned buildings, schools, and forests. Their deep-seated sorrow and anger make them malevolent, and they are believed to bring misfortune and illness to those they encounter. The story of the Gwishin is a sad reflection of the societal pressures placed on women, a ghostly echo of a past where a woman's worth was tied entirely to marriage. These stories, from the silent forests of Japan to the bustling cities of South Korea, are more than just campfire tales. They are cultural artifacts born from history, fear, and the deepest human emotions: love, loss, and the terror of the unknown. They serve as warnings, as moral lessons, and as a way to explain the unexplainable. Locals avoid these places and tell these tales not just to scare, but to remember and respect the powerful forces, both seen and unseen, that have shaped their world for centuries. What local legends or ghost stories do you have where you're from? It is fascinating to think about how these tales differ and what they say about our own cultures and fears. Share your local spooky stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. If you were captivated by this journey into the shadows of Asian folklore, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more explorations of the world's most mysterious and chilling tales. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.